Imagine that there is a big exam coming in a couple of days and your brain just can't focus. You just can't seem to sit long enough to study something. It is a really bad feeling when you are trying to build something but you just can't seem to focus. Your brain just doesn't want to do it. It's the friction is so much that you just can't be creative enough to build anything. A lot of people think that the biggest enemy of focus is distraction. See, distractions do play a big role in distracting you, that is, breaking your focus. But they are not the main root cause that your brain can't focus. See, in order to focus, there is a there is definitely a need for you to get rid of all the distractions so that you are not distracted, so that your focus is not broken, but your focus has to be built first so that it is prevented from breaking. So you must get rid of all the distraction first of all, so that there is no chance of your focus breaking once it is built. But the main thing is now people just can't seem to build any focus. It is really hard for us in the modern world to just build any focus. Why is it? Why is it this hard to focus on anything for an hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour? Why is it really hard? And yes, the main reason behind it, the root cause behind us not being able to focus on anything is stimulation or over stimulation. See, YouTube, Instagram, and other social media platforms provide us with cheap dopamine, but they also occupy our attention long enough. They are like stimulations, they stimulate our brain. But the thing is, these social media platforms overstimulate our brain, which is that when you are focusing on something like YouTube, Instagram, Reels, like right, TikTok, whatever, when you are looking at these things, your brain is involved in it. Your brain is stimulated, right? But the thing is, these platforms provide your brain with overstimulation. It overly stimulates your brain. Like your brain is so stimulated that something like working on a project is not stimulating enough to your brain to focus on it. Understand this. By constantly looking at things like YouTube and Instagram Reels, by constantly overstimulating your brain, you have made your brain accustomed to overstimulation, right? So that your brain feels bored when it's doing anything else, because your brain is so overly stimulated that your brain doesn't accept any stimulation less than YouTube, less than Instagram Reels, right? So, what is happening is the stimulation of YouTube, Instagram, and other social media platforms is around here. So, your brain's stimulation, like your brain is accustomed to this stimulation, like your brain is stimulated only when you give it dopamine hit of this level. But the thing is, working on a project, sitting there meditating, these things don't provide any stimulation of this level, right? Their stimulation is like around this. So when your brain is accustomed to this level of stimulation, your brain would feel bored when it is not stimulated at this level. When your brain is just just stimulated at this level, it doesn't feel stimulated enough, and it is hard for your brain to focus because there is not enough stimulation for your brain to do something, right? Like it's like your brain is not activated, right? So when you use YouTube, it's like this dopamine hit, so your brain gets alert that, oh, this is dopamine, this is stimulus, I should focus on it. But the thing is, you have given your brain this big dopamine hit so many times that it is accustomed to it. Like it is the baseline for your brain. Like now, your brain is just so habitual of this stimulation that this level of stimulation doesn't even catch your brain's attention. Like when you are writing something, like when you are journaling, your brain is not even involved in that thing. Why? Because for your brain to be involved in that thing, this much stimulation is needed. While meditating, journaling, or doing anything else provides stimulation of just this level. So these activities are not even catching the attention of your brain. So how do you think this is going to focus? How do you think your brain will help you focus when you are not providing it stimulation over this? But the thing is, you cannot. Like, you cannot make meditation to provide this level of stimulus so your brain catches. So the thing you have to do is de-stimulate your brain a little bit so that the levels of the stimulation of your brain, the level of stimulation that your brain is accustomed to is equal to the level of stimulation that the hard things provide, like meditating, journaling, and other productive things. Okay, so how do you do this? You just go on a fast of screens. You just stop using your mobile phone. You just stop using any kind of social media you already use. You start watching videos that are really low dopamine, like this one. Or you can do some fun activities like riding your bicycle, which is really good for you, right? So, in order to focus, you have to destabilize your brain so that the level of stimulation your brain is accustomed to is equal to the level of stimulation provided by the productive habit or the productive thing you want to do. So, in order to destimulate your brain, you just have to get rid of your phone. For 1 month, just don't be around your phone. Even if you don't do any productive thing, just be bored all day, just stare at the wall, don't do anything. Be dead, stare at the wall, but don't use your phone because your phone has overstimulated your brain, which is not good. Like you won't be able to focus on anything. And trust me, not being able to focus on anything is a really bad habit. Like it's a bad habit and it makes you feel worse. Okay? So just destimulate your brain by getting rid of your phone for 1 month, 2 months. Just get rid of it, right? Get whatever you want. Build your project like 1 month. Get rid of your phone. Then 1 month, make progress in whatever habit, whatever meditation, or whatever you are trying to do. Let's say you are trying to make a course for your YouTube channel. For 1 month, get rid of your phone so that your brain is destimulated a little bit. Then for the next 3 or 4 months, work on your course, make your course, build your course. Then you can go back a little bit to the overstimulation just to have a little bit of fun. But it would be better if you stayed on this really low dopamine, low stimulation state, because then your brain would be really, really, really wanting to do hard things. Okay. So thanks so much for watching this. See you in the next one.